the chain rule. Let's make an agreement. If you see f bracket g bracket x, then we will call f outer function and g inner function. Now, the rule says when you want to find the derivative of the composite, you will say it is outer, the derivative of outer, bracket inner, times the derivative of the inner. This is the chain rule. Now, I'm gonna illustrate examples to make it easier for you. Okay. Find d by dx for 5x plus 3 to the power 4. Now, we will see the brackets to the power 4 as the outer function. And what is inside, which is 5x plus 3, is the inner. Now, if we will apply the rule like this, we will say, okay, now we know that the outer is the bracket and the inner is 5x plus 3. The rule says it is outer prime times inner prime. Okay, look how I will apply it. The outer prime, because it's a power function, it is 4 bracket to the power 3. Now the inner, we keep it, we don't change it, 5x plus 3. Now, times from outside. What is the derivative of 5x plus 3? It is 5. And the rest is just simplification. Now, I want you to try the following one. Now let's go back to the question. We will see the brackets to the power 5 is the outer function. Accordingly, the derivative of 5 to the power 4. Now the inner is what is inside the brackets, and as you can see, I'm illustrating the derivative of the inner as well. Now, what is basically the rule of the chain? It says outer prime bracket inner times inner prime. All what you have to do, just substitute whatever you have found regarding the derivatives. And that's it. Okay, let me apply the chain rule to a trigonometric function. Now, if you see the example in front of you, you will decide that tan is the outer, and accordingly the outer prime is secant square. Now, the inner is obvious x to the power 4. And if you think about the inner prime, it is the derivative 4x cubed. It is the answer 4x cubed. Now, you go back and you write the chain rule. Outer prime, bracket inner, times inner prime, as you can see in front of you. Now, just now put the puzzle together, put the pieces together, and you will have the full answer. Now, I want you to try this question as well. Now, you will follow the same logic as I illustrated before. Secant will be the outer, and accordingly, the outer prime or the derivative is secant times tan, regardless what is the inner. Now the inner is what is inside the angle 6x to the power 5 minus 3x, thus the prime is 30x to the power 4 minus 3. Now again, we repeat, the rule says outer prime bracket inner times inner prime. Now the outer is secant, and a secant needs an angle, which is the inner. You will put it times tan with the angle, which is the inner. You will put it like this, times, because the inner prime is big, you have to put brackets around it. And that's it. By the way, chain rule is very easy if you follow this method. Now, I want to illustrate the following example in front of you. The trick here always just raise the lower part to the top and change the sign of the power. Now, because we are dealing now with a power function with power -5, you apply the derivative rule of powers. The inner is what is inside. It's very easy. As polynomial, you can find the inner prime as illustrated in front of you. After that, you will recall the chain rule, which says again outer prime bracket inner times inner prime, and you put the pieces together. It's a as a teacher, I always use this method, and all my students, they understand it. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching the movie.